This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Agetvach, a gesunter Winter. We all know the Torah begins with the letter Beis, but the Chumash begins with a Beis. How about Divrei Hayamim, the last sefer of Tanakh? That begins with an Aleph, Adam. Why is that? Says Rabbi Pinchas Karatzer, when you approach the Torah, before you learn the Torah is above you. And therefore the Torah begins with the letter Beis to indicate that we still have a way to go. And we still need to connect ourselves with the Aleph. Before we're masig something, the Torah is higher than us. But once we've achieved it, once we're masig it, we become higher than even the Torah, says Rabbi Pinchas Karatzer. Once we are masig something, or we do a mitzvah lishma, we become the Aleph. In other words, we become even higher than the Torah. So before we approach the Torah, we're a Beis, we're a secondary. But once we've gone through the Torah, and we get up to Divrei Hayamim, and we're concluding the Torah, then we're the Aleph. We give kayach to the Torah, so to speak. Says Rabbi Pinchas Karatzer, Im hischel ha-Torah ba-Aleph, if the Torah would have began with an Aleph, you would never have been able to understand it. After you learn Tanakh, then you connect yourself to the Aleph. And therefore Divrei Hayamim begins with the Aleph, Adam Sheis Enosh. A illustration of this concept. Before a person does a mitzvah, before Avram Avinu greeted his guests, V'hinei shloisha anashim nitzavim alav. The men were standing over him. They were greater than him. He was secondary to them. But after Avram Avinu gave them bread and performed the mitzvah of hachnasas archim, v'hu oimed aleihem. He was standing over them. Once he performed the mitzvah lishma, he was standing over them. So before we approach the Torah, Bereishis barlikim. Once we've entered the Torah and we've got up to Divrei Hayamim, Adam Sheis. Last Divrei Hayamim begins with the pasuk Adam Sheis Enosh. So wishing everyone Hatzlacha Rabba as we begin Sefer Bereishis, B'siyata Deshmaya, and Agutavach.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.